Alright, so I had just stopped recording, and then I came across the Killbox map. That was pissing me off. So I've already died a bunch of times. So I've got a little bit of the situation going on. Kind of trying to like trip the lasers and see how much they can take out for me. And then like the gen mat is just down there. Down in this hole. So chucking grenades down there is getting me a ton of trap kills and guard kills and stuff, but man, like here's what I'm up against. So I get down there and then I just like keep having bad luck with the bubble shield. So I keep trying. But I'm like determined. I'm determined to beat this one. I'm like, F you, I'm gonna win. I can win this. Sorry, Harvey, but you're getting in the way at this point. Oh, and then he's got all of his, like, so you can see the, like, markings for the Sacred Tombs. He's got them all, like, second phase. So he's got hollow blocks right in front of him. I'm like, come on. Yeah, so trip everything that I can. See how much gets destroyed. 3 defense backfires happen there. And do it again. There's a bunch of guards. The nice thing about these lasers is people haven't figured them out yet, and so they're just putting them in there, and they're killing guards and killing traps like crazy right now. But I imagine that like people are gonna figure out like the perfect angles of when you trip versus when you run backwards. And then like the laser just comes down the hallway and just whoops you. But yeah, with these like Killbox rooms, you really gotta YOLO it. Go down there, figure out what's down, figure out what's down the hallway, figure out what's through the room, and figure out where you need to go to. So like part of this was just figuring out where the gen mat was, like which direction to go. And then it's a matter of just getting past the traps, because you will spend all day trying to destroy all these traps, and then you'll die anyway from like 1 or 2. So you gotta just kind of game plan it, outfit yourself, equip yourself with the whatever you think is gonna be best for you. A lot of people like to use the shield weapon, and people are really good with that. I am not, so I use the sword and the bolt shot and the bubble shield drops. Those are my go-tos. But occasionally you'll get really bad maps and then you gotta use like a Phoenix pod or something, because then you can go in, destroy as much as you can possibly do, and then respawn at your Phoenix pod, and then you go in and the level is, half as hard at that point. So, but this is a strategy I took. I was stubborn and stuck with my preferred loadout, right? Man, these like the plasma sentinels like drive me nuts. Like I really feel like the bubble drop shield should prevent that like area effect damage from coming in, because those hit just right and then just ruin my day. This is the point where you're like mad at the harvester and you just kill him every time. Also, is in the way, like I've definitely died because the harvester, like I was trying to like back away from something and the harvester happened to be there and I couldn't back away. Yeah, so this first laser trap has to go, so I have to use a bolt for that. But luckily, as I like dive into the danger zone here, I can pick it up on my way down. And then I'm getting good trap kills. So it's like awesome because I'm getting all this XP from just chucking grenades down there. Oh, this piston. So I've like gotten into the routine of trying to shoot that piston as I'm falling, but I missed it that time. Okay, so also props for people that stick it to kill box rooms. So like normally I'm using the Suits Advisors boost to try and pick maps that I kind of think that don't have these big kill box rooms like this, but this one like stumped me, and because it didn't look like it had that many traps. But then of course he put them all in this one spot. So I got fooled. I think that's, people are on to me. These lasers are freaking cool though. I feel like that was a good trap to wait for, you know, an expansion to release. Because that kind of like re-energizes people to get into it. Yeah, these Plasma Sentinels, and they even nerfed, you know, like one of the last updates, they even nerfed the Plasma Sentinel, like the like bubble that it creates. So it's like either not as big or not as strong, it doesn't last as long or something, and it's still terrible. Alright, so I've got down to the gen mat, and I'm kind of trying to prioritize what are the worst things out here. And it's typically Plasma Sentinels and the lasers. And they even made, like, I think Plasma Sentinels and the acid cubes even cost more now too, so that was another part of the more recent update. But people can still, you know, you can still make a room with all of them in it, and it's still terrible. Like, 2 less doesn't make too much of a difference. Laser trap there. The only reason, you know what's nice is the only reason he has this space behind the gen mat was so that he could have guards back there. And I honestly kind of think that was like, you know, if you really wanted to ruin my day, not have that space, have those guards, I don't know, somewhere else, like tucked away, because now I've got this safe zone that once I get to, I can kind of nitpick, kill what I think I need to kill, and then hopefully escape at some point. And then I know he's got, I think before I started recording, he's got a bunch of like pistons and stuff up here to slow you down on the way out. So yeah. So I was ready for that, and I saved a bubble shield specifically for that. Awesome. Yeah, killbox rooms, like, people are getting creative, I'll give them credit. But man, they're tough and they're annoying. And they cause you to die a lot. It sucks. But luckily now, after one of the more recent updates, you can't go backwards in rank. Like, you can't get negative points for your rank. So if you're trying to get to like master or whatever, it's, you know, you can be stubborn and just plow through somebody's map, give it a few tries, and then if it's really that bad, like, just abandon it. Like, see you later. Like, it's not worth the like frustration and dying like 30 times. Like, that you could be plowing through other maps so much faster and getting XP and getting rewards for that. So it kind of like needs to be a penalty for like people creating these like giant, really hard kill box rooms. Nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible, even solo by yourself. Check out my farm. So when you build a farm map, some people replay it a ton just to get the materials. So if you don't have one of those, you guys got to do this. So I'll show you the one that I have. There's a like, so since I've been using this one, I've made a couple like this, and then let them, you know, get up through level 10. But basically everything that like, he accidentally killed himself. But he doesn't care because he knows he's collecting materials here. But basically they're all impalers that explode, and then I have like a bunch of like flamethrower traps off to the sides that will get killed by the exploding impaler traps. And so there's this big V shape, like this, like everything conglomerates into the middle, right where he's walking right now. So all the materials, all the parts and synthite fall down into that middle alleyway there, which is the same way that the harvester has to go to get to the gen mat. So this guy likes, so I've noticed people just don't beat the map and then keep running it because they want to get the materials from it. So he's kind of not caring if he dies. But then I also do have like an acid cube right by the gen mat, so that if where like people kind of like if they want to jump in and die, donate a death, or want to rerun the map to get the extra materials, they can do that. But he's letting the exploding traps kill him. So here's my farm map, 135 kills. So this, like, what's crazy is like that's like a map that's like you can do crazy easy, and my kill ratio is better on it because, and it's brutal too. So my kill ratio is better on that one than my other maps that I'm trying to actually get kills on, just because people want to keep rerunning it to get materials. So let's see, we'll trip to show all kills. So I've got 192 kills on this. So most, like half of these are probably from the guy that we just watched. But yeah, so that's where they drop. And then the gen mat's up here, and then there's, I've got a corrosive cube here. So a lot of people are jumping into the corrosive cube, and what's nice about this is you can fall down into it and collect all the materials. So generally, most of the materials for me as the builder are inside that acid cube, which is nice. But yeah, that's it for this run. Thanks everybody. I just wanted to like kind of show you how to get through a kill box room and not give up. So that's how that worked out for me. And enjoy, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.